from Vancouver to Toronto the other day. It was the last day of October, and when we arrived to my hometown, which is about an hour and a half north of Toronto, it was snowing, which was so nice to arrive to. It lasted for about one day and then it all melted. We're sort of in this time here where we're in between autumn and winter, so I missed the beautiful leaves by about a week or two. Most of them have fallen and it's a little bit too early for the snow to stick around. It's all gone from the other day, but I'm hoping to have a bit of snow while I'm here. I've never been much of a winter person. I've never enjoyed the cold or the snow, which is one of the reasons why I decided to stay in Australia. But now that I don't experience distinct seasons like I did when I was growing up, I get a lot more excited to see snow. I'm pretty excited for the month ahead. I've booked a couple cabins next week, which I'm gonna take you along to. And I'm hoping it's just a month of connecting with friends and family and relaxation, drinking lots of teas and coffees before flying back to Australia for the hot summer ahead. I brought a bathing suit down here in case I wanted to swim in the creek, and the sun just came out, so I think that's telling me I have to hop in, but it's gonna be really cold. I've been doing lots of cold swims lately. I think it's one of those things that the feeling becomes quite addictive and I want to keep doing it. In the summertime, I'm pretty sure there's leeches in this creek. I don't know if I've made this up in my head, but I think in the cold weather, leeches don't survive as well. So I don't think there's any leeches in here. Oh, wow. Get it, Millie! Good girl! The first cottage we stayed at was called the Water's Edge. I have a video dedicated to this place for next week. Ready? Ah! This was honestly one of the coziest places I've ever stayed. I have to say the moody weather also complemented it perfectly. I'll link the video here once it's up. We arrived at our second cabin stay here in Muskoka. There's a full barista machine here, so I think I'm gonna be drinking a lot of coffee. But this cabin's called The Woods. It was freezing rain last night, so I can definitely tell that the days are getting slowly colder and shorter and winter is coming. It was also dark when we got here, so this morning I went and had a walk around, and a lot of the leaves in the trees have ice on them, which I find so beautiful. It really feels like a cozy winter day today. One thing I do really miss about life in Canada is the changing seasons. In winter you get the really cold days and dark nights, minus 30 degrees sometimes, and in the summer it's just complete opposite. A lot of people who haven't been to Canada are surprised when I tell them that summers here get up to 30 degrees. It's not a rare occurrence for that to happen. I don't think I ever really appreciated winter as a kid, but now that I'm older, I do really miss having a proper winter. I just feel like it gives us the opportunity and forces us in a way to slow down. We are going to take the canoe out on the lake for our little paddle. Are you a good canoeer? Yeah. Who gets the kids' paddle?
You think that'll work? I don't know.
I'll have the kids one, you can have the adult one.
So who steers? In the back, right? I can sit in the back.
Yeah.
Get it into the water. Okay. Wait, let me get down. I hope I drove you to
I've ever canoed in November.
After our little getaway, we headed back to my mom's house. She grew up in Sweden, so we have some traditions in our family like making Swedish cinnamon and cardamom buns. My mom is the type of person who really follows her heart, and after spending time with her, I feel even more inspired to bake, do arts and crafts, and maybe this sounds cheesy, but just do more of what makes my soul happy. What do you think of the bun so far?
They're gonna be so good.
I got 8.
Those got a little bit lopsided.
So this is how my grandma always did it. So you would make pants. That's how I always think about it. Pants.
Oh, jeez.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, I don't think I made them
4,
big enough. And then you go like this, right?
6, 7. So I would take one and I would just, I twist it, like I hold one end and then I just twist it. There's so many ways of doing this. Like that. You hold, yeah, just whatever. Look, they're pretty. You're gonna be
There you
such a
go.
pro when you've done it.
I'll share my mom's favorite recipe for these in the bio if you're wanting to make some of your own. My sister and I flew out to New Brunswick on the east coast of Canada for the weekend. My brother lives here playing hockey for the university. What are you doing?
It's colder than it looks on camera here, okay? That's why I had to make a scarf out of Mattea's sweater.
Yeah, it's -2 at the moment. I think it was a top of 0 degrees today, which is not what I'm used to. We explored a bit of Hopewell Rocks until the sun set and even cooler air kicked in. Why don't you have a tooth? Where's your tooth?
I haven't had my tooth in for like 2 years. That tells me that you're noticing me. I don't like it.
I had never been to the east coast of Canada before, so it was nice to see what New Brunswick was like. I can imagine it would be really fun to explore this area in the summer or in the autumn. We only had a few days here, which was enough to have quality time with my siblings, watch my brother's hockey game, and see a little bit of the East Coast. By the time we flew back to Toronto, I only had a few days left before my flight back to Australia. We're making a second batch of cardamom buns and cinnamon buns. From the pro, the Swede. And as my trip in my homeland came to an end, I noticed myself truly appreciating and soaking up every last minute. Over the years, I've noticed myself call far too many places home. But what I've learned is that home is not a place, it's a feeling. It's a sense of peace, joy from loved ones, or an environment where everyone knows they're welcome. Home isn't easy to define, but I think you know it when you're there. These days have been so cozy. I think it's exactly what I needed, and I feel refreshed and ready to go back to summer down under. I think it's gonna be a weird adjustment because although I've only been here for a few weeks, it's been one of those trips that's just felt really long. I think it is because I just fully allowed myself to slow down and enjoy my time with family and friends. I've noticed this to be sort of a constant cycle in my life where I tend to burn myself out. I work so hard and I don't have much balance in my life. So then when I do get the opportunity to slow down and rest, I fully embrace it. I was hoping that the ground would be covered in snow by the time I left, but I'm still a little bit early. The grass is green, but apparently next week winter is coming into full force. The forecast is saying they're meant to get snow every day here, but I guess that just means I'll have to come back another year for Christmas. It really is the coziest time of year in Canada and probably anywhere that gets a lot of snow. There's just something about the feeling of a white Christmas that I really do miss now that I live in Australia. Wherever you are, I hope you had a beautiful November, and I really appreciate you watching this video and my last few videos here in Canada.